smells so lemony and delicious. Welcome to Laura's kitchen, where nothing goes as planned. Isn't that just the way? Peel this off. Wow! Hey, and welcome back. My name is Laura, and I'm a chef. Or a baker. But today, we are going to try and attempt to bake a cake. Not for anyone's birthday. But I found this recipe a few weeks ago by Emma's Goodies, and it looked so delicious and so good I knew I had to review the recipe to see how delicious it really is and how easy it is to make by us non-chefians. I felt the full force of fate convincing me to make this cake by providing me with abundance of lemons, more lemons than we could ever handle. But first of all, what is the cake? I believe it's called a Tres Leches cake. Tres Leches. Tres Leches. Okay, let's Google how to say it properly.
Tres leches. Tres leches. Tres leches.
So what exactly is a
Tres leches.
cake? So it's a sponge cake soaked in 3 different kinds of milk, such as milk, condensed milk, and cream. Sometimes even butter. And now, I don't know about you, but this sounds pretty damn good to me. So we've got some cake trying to catch up on and cake baking to attempt. So is this cake as good as it looks? Can it be made by us non-chefians? Is it not a chef approved? Let's find out. Before we get our ingredients, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment any recipes you want me to try, so you don't have to. Without further ado, let's get our ingredients. Alrighty, so we got our sponge cake ingredients in front of us and we are ready to begin! So the recipe we're following is by Emma's Goodies on YouTube for lemon cream tres leches cake recipe. Alright, but the first thing I'm going to do is, I've watched the video a few times. I don't want the preheated oven to spring up on me. I'm going to preheat my oven 320 Fahrenheit. Alright, so what's the first thing we do, Emma, for our tres leches cake? So I'm following along with the video. So first of all, we're going to start whipping our egg whites, it seems, with 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Haha! Once our egg whites have doubled in size and looking quite foamy, we're going to gradually add the sugar to the mixture. Alright, so what we're looking for is stiff peaks, and I've just done this, and this still looks very soft. Peaks, because it's bending all over the place, so we're going to keep it on. Haha, the stiffness. Alright, so now that we have stiffened our peaks, we are ready for the next instruction. Oh, so we've got another bowl, and we're going to add our butter to this. And then the next thing we're going to do is add the zest, which I've already prepared. Ooh, and then the juice of 1 lemon. And the egg yolks, and the milk. And the milkies! Whee! So we have all of our little ingredients in here. Now we're going to give it a little bit of a blitz, she says. Just cleaned the egg whites first. Ugh. Oh. Oh god. Careful not to overmix. Before adding the flour. Okay, so I'm assuming I'm gonna add the vanilla here. She didn't say add the vanilla. So we're just gonna add it in with the wet ingredients. Now we're gonna add the dry ingredients. So I'm gonna combine them all together and plop it in. It's always stressful just following off a YouTube video because you have to keep going back and forth. Alright, so she says to continue with a spatula. This is a lovely looking batter. Such an idiot. I forgot to take out the pips of the lemon juice. I was supposed to use a sieve. Ain't no one wanna bite a pip in that cake. Gosh darn you lemons. Alright, so I think I got all the pips out. Such a Laura thing to do. Such a Laura day. But can we just appreciate before we continue how nice this batter is? Now that that's done, what's next, Emma? Now we're gonna fold in the egg whites. So we're gonna do a big lump here. Said you can be a bit rough here, but the moment you transfer it across here, we've gotta be a bit more gentle. Now we take this batter and add it into the meringue, but we want to be careful. We want to be nice and gentle so we don't flatten it. We don't want to lose too much air. Round and down. Here's my end of mine. Not as lovely and fluffy, but that's okay, I think. Now we put it into our prepared tin, I guess. So she uses 7-inch, well, she didn't say, I had to look through the comments to find that. So it's a 7-inch one, and I only have an 1/8-inch one. It says you have to butter it, line it, and flour it. Great! As you can see, I'm not the most talented at lining things. Alright, so we're gonna pour it in here. Ooh, it's a perfect size. So our cake is in its beautiful prepared cake tin. So far so good. And now we get to pop it in the preheated oven. 25 to 30 minutes. In the oven you go. Cooking time! So my cake has just been taken out the oven and it succeeded its toothpick test. Mine took 10 minutes longer than the recommended time, but that's to be expected as my oven is very slow at cooking things. Alright, so what's next, Emma? Now we're gonna flip it out onto a rack and let it cool down. Kind of a rack here, the closest thing to a rack that we have in this household. Look at that. Yeah! Flippy cakey time. I never know how to do these properly. It smells so lemony and delicious. Welcome to Laura's kitchen, where nothing goes as planned. Isn't that just the way? Peel this off. Wow! Wonderful. So, moving on, what's next with our Tres Leches cake? Now she makes a lemon bath, which I've already pre-made. Takes 1 hour to let all the flavors meld together. So I pre-prepared this when I was getting all my ingredients ready, so this should be ready to go. She says you can rest it for 30 minutes to 1 hour. And she says you do the same with the cream for the mousse. So you put cream and the lemon zest together and you just put them both in the fridge and let them rest for 1 hour. What we're going to do is we're going to let our cake cool completely before continuing with the recipe. Alright, so our cake has cooled. I've already popped it back into my little cooking tray because now's the fun part. Now we get to put in our lovely lemon cream. So what we're going to do is a little stick and we're going to poke lots of holes in. Ooh, this is fun. Now we're going to get out our sieve, pour the lemon bath over our cake. So now she does a really cool kind of time lapse of the cake absorbing all this milk. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Alright, so I don't know how much longer it is going to take for my milk lemon bath to absorb the sponge. So in the meantime, I think I'm just gonna move on to making the mousse on top. Yeah! So I'm gonna pour this out. Then I believe we add the marscpone. So I'm going to add the marscpone. Now we're going to whip it together. just said off camera she added her sugar, so I'm gonna add my vanilla. Because she didn't say anything about the vanilla again, so hopefully we just add it all in. On the video she has a really thick consistency. I think our lemon has absorbed about as much as it can handle. Drain some of the liquid out first. I think I got all the liquid. Well, there's still so much liquid left. See, her sponge looks rather dry. I wonder if it's my meringue was beaten a bit much. I'm slightly concerned for my cake friend here. As you can see, I am not skilled in the art of cake decorating. It's all smoothed out, and next she cuts off the edges, she says, for cleaner presentation. This is my final presentation. The Tres Leche cake. Serving time! Alright, so I'm happy with the finished result. And now, let's give it a go. Wow, so yum. Really delicious. It's really good. What's nice is that when you follow it on a YouTube video, you get to visually see how it's supposed to look the entire time, but also it gets a bit difficult sometimes because you just want to kind of read through the instructions, but you can't. You have to wait for the instructions to just pop up in your face. So I advise if you try these recipes to make sure that you watch ahead a few times, and usually they list the ingredients like she has here in the descriptions, but I will say that it was fairly easy to make and it all came together fine. I've never tried this before, I've never made this before. Oh, I'm so glad I did because it was really yum. The visual and the instructions was all very well, so good job, Emma. Thanks for sharing this delicious recipe. I will link her video down below if any of you other non-chefs want to give it a go, and if you do, make sure you tag me on Instagram, tell them how it went for you, and if you like it, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment any recipes you want me to try so you don't have to. Thanks. Bye.